Hello class 5 students, I hope you are all doing well. Today we are going to start with the chapter 10, that is weather and climate. And the main points are weather and climate, factors affecting climate, temperature zones. So class, let's start. Which type of weather is it? First, if you wear cotton clothes and like cold drink, hot or cold. Second, if you wear woolen clothes and like to sit near a fire, hot or cold. Third, if there are clouds in the sky, cloudy, rainy. Fourth, if it is raining outside, cloudy or rainy. You have to read these questions carefully and answer these questions. Now, weather and climate. Weather. Weather is the condition of atmosphere of a place for a short period of time. It is the temporary condition of the atmosphere of a place. The weather of two places at the same time can be different, or the weather of the same place at different times can be different. It can be hot, cold, cloudy, sunny, rainy, etc. Climate of a region is the atmosphere condition of that region over a long period of time. For example, we can say that the climate of Rajasthan is dry and hot. The climate of the coastal region in India is wet with moderate temperature. Now, factors affecting climate. Some factors like temperature, wind, distance from the coast, altitude, etc. affect the climate of a region. First, temperature and latitude. Temperature depends on the sun rays received on the earth. It leads to the increase or decrease of temperature. The area which is exposed to the sun gets more sun rays and has high temperature throughout the year. The region of the equator or near it gets direct sun rays for the whole year. So these places have a hot climate. We know that the earth is spherical and it is inclined to one side. Hence, the rays of sun fall directly on the equator or the region near it. The regions away from the equator receive slanting rays of the sun, which are spread over a bigger area, and so these regions are less hot or cold. Here you can see in the picture sun's rays on the earth. Now, altitude. Altitude is the height of a place. The height of a place is measured from the sea level. We know that all seas of the earth are connected to each other, so the level of water in each sea or ocean is same. So, sea level is taken as base to measure the height of different places. The height of a place also affects the temperature and climate of a place and makes the area of low altitude hot. At high altitudes, the air is thin, so it cannot absorb more heat, making the area at high altitude cold. For this reason, we find hill station cold in summers also. We can see ice and snow frozen on the mountain tops. We can take the example of Jalandhar and Shimla, which are on the same latitude, but temperature of Shimla is much lower than Jalandhar as Shimla is located at this altitude. Here you can see the picture, altitude and temperature. Now, distance from the sea. The distance from the sea also affects the climate of a region. Coastal areas have moderate climate. These are neither too hot nor too cold. This is not same in places which are away from the sea or ocean. These places have extreme climate. Places away from the sea are very hot in summers and very cold in winters. Areas near the sea or ocean have an effect of a sea breezes on the climate. In coastal areas, land gets heated more quickly than water at daytime. The hot air and land goes up and the cool air above the seawater moves towards the land to fill the vacant space, making the temperature of land cool at daytime. This is called the sea breeze or onshore wind. At night, land cools down more quickly than water. The air above the seawater gets heated and goes up. The cool air on the land moves towards the sea. This is called the land breeze or offshore wind. In this way, sea breeze and land breeze keep the temperature of the coastal region low in summer and high in winters. For this reason, the coastal regions have moderate climate. Humidity. The amount of water vapors or moisture present in the area is known as humidity. Humidity of a place increases during the rainy season as the air carries moisture from rainwater. For this reason, we sweat more in the rainy season. The amount of humidity in the air of a place also depends on its distance from the sea. The coastal areas are more humid than others. Humidity affects the climate of a place as it causes the amount of rainfall. In cold places, humidity causes snowfall in place of rainfall. Now, directions of wind. The moving air is called wind. The direction of winds affects the climate of a place. The hot winds increases the temperature of the place towards which these blow, and the cold wind decreases the temperature of the place towards which these blow. The winds blowing over the seas, ocean, rivers, etc. carry moisture and bring rainfall to the place towards which these blow. In India, seasonal wind like monsoon affects the climate of different regions. The southwest monsoon winds bring rain from June to September, and the northeast monsoon winds bring rain in December and January. Now, temperature zones. The earth is divided into three temperature zones: the torrid zone, the temperature zone, and the frigid zone, according to the quantity of heat received from the sun. Here you can see the picture, the temperature zones of the earth. Now, torrid zone. The equatorial zone is known as the torrid zone. It spreads from the Tropic of Cancer in the north to the Tropic of Capricorn in the south of the equator. This zone receives more sun rays than other zones as the sun rays fall directly on this region. This makes the climate of this region hot, humid and rainy. The hot Sahara Desert and the Amazon rainforest lie in this zone. Now, temperature zone. Temperature zone extends from the Tropic of Cancer to the Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere and the Tropic of Capricorn to the Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere. Temperate zone has moderate climate, neither too hot nor too cold. It does not receive direct rays from the sun. Some grasslands of the world like prairies in North America, pampas in South America, the steppes in Europe and veldt in Africa lie in this zone. Now, frigid zone. Frigid zone extends from the Arctic Circle to the North Pole in the northern hemisphere, from the Antarctica Circle to the South Pole in the southern hemisphere. Both these regions are too cold. This is because these regions get slanting rays of the sun throughout the year. These regions are covered with ice and have day or night of 6 months each. Here you can see the picture of prairies in North America. Now, valued fact. We should wear clothes according to the weather condition. Now, awesome fact. Some people think that weather and climate are same. Now, let's learn new words. Wind, blowing air. Humidity, amount of water vapor in air. Now, let's remember, weather of a place is the atmospheric condition at a particular time. Climate is the general atmospheric condition of a region over a long period of time. Climate of a place depends on the temperature, latitude, altitude, distance from sea, humidity and directions of wind. The earth is divided into three temperature zones: the torrid zone, the temperature zone and the frigid zone. I hope you all like this session.